Minecraft is an extensive game with limited options for blocks, entities, commands, and functions. But that's where its beauty comes in to make your decisions easier to take. So today we're going to explore into those limitations and create, without mods or texture packs, a background server. Based on the popular Roblox game Apeirophobia, using only free public plugins that I find on internet. As I said, Minecraft is limited, but developers have made along its history very useful and creative plugins that will help us right now to make this project. So, before we start, I need to let you know how is this video structured. Let's separate this content into three parts. First, server creation, where we'll just do the simple procedure of making and starting a server. 2. Mapping, which is related to everything as building the maps and organizing them. And 3. Functionality, the most relevant part which groups everything that makes that modality work. There's decoration and optimization too, but I'm not going to show them this video to make it shorter. After all that said, let's start this journey with a server creation. Alright guys, for this project I will use the 1.16.5 as the base version for the server, with Paper as software and Java 17. But warning, for optimizing reasons you should try a network instead of a single server. But for this video we'll using one server because the length of the video will be too long. So first we go to the Paper MC page, always linked it on the description, and click on downloads. Then we scroll down and click on legacy. We wait for a while, and let's go for the 1.16.5 file and click on download anyway. We're using the latest build, which is 794, and we wait it to be downloaded. Now that we have the file, let's create a new carpet on the desktop or whatever you want. Name doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna set it as Minecraft server 1.16.5. We move the download file into the carpet. And now we create a new text file. Again, name doesn't matter, so I'm just going to set it as start. And we're gonna paste here a code linked in the description again, which is this. Java, the numbers after Java means the RAM you're going to use, the amount of RAM you want to use of your device, this for the server in megabytes. Remember 1 gigabyte equals to 1024 megabytes. And the flag the paper point ignore Java version equals true. It, as its name says, it will ignore our Java version, which is 17. Very relevant considering that 1.16.5 only accepts up to Java 16. And finally, server point hard. This is important. It's the file that we downloaded. It has to have the same name. So I'm just gonna change it right now. We change the name to server point hard. And now we save the code and we close it. Now we have to change the extension of the file. For that, I'm just going to change the name and change it to bot. And yes, now it changed and we started. As you'll see, it will download the vanilla hard, all the files it needs for creating the server. You just need to wait for a while and I'll be there. We'll wait until it loads the files and create the server and ask you to accept the EULA. So we close the console and change the file eula.txt and change false to true and save the document. And now start again. When it says done, it means that your localhost server is on. So I'm going to join to the server with 0, which is the same as localhost. And let's try it. And now we did the first step of the video. Let's close the server using a stop command and pressing any keyboard. Now we can start with the next phase, mapping. So now we need to think all words we're going to use. For this case, we need a lobby or spawn word and a word for every level that we add. To build in them, we can use multiple plugins like Word Edit, Fawi, Archen, etc. I'm not a master at building, so my friend Gabriela wanted to make some levels for this video. I really appreciate that. But even if he built that, we need to add them into the server. So for that, we'll use Multiverse Core, which creates unmanaged multiple words, void gen to create specific void generation words with Multiverse Core, and finally Word Edit to let my friend Gabriela build the maps. So we go to download all of those in its respective Spigot and Bookit pages at its latest files, all of them linked in the description. Wait the downloads to complete and then we move them to the plugins carpet on our server carpet and start the server. Now that it's done, we join the server and create new words. Only level once because we're using this normal word as the lobby. Let's set this command link in the description. Slash multiverse space create space and here comes the name of the word, so I just put for example level 0 space. Here just specify if it's normal, which means the overword, or nether, or end. I'll be setting it on normal. Now dash g space void generation colon. We'll don't set any parameter, so just leave it in blank with braces. Now dash t flat. Just to avoid any error of generation, we send the command and wait it. There is it. Now do it with as much levels do you want. I repeat this with level 3 and level 8 because those my friend want to build. Once Multiverse finishes loading Voyager words, we can go through them with slash, multiverse, space, teleport, space, and the name of the world. And you'll find that it's all air except bedrock. Now my friend Gabriela has enough space to build these levels with word edit commands. To don't make this video longer, I'll see you later. So after a while he made a medium map for every level, which are the level 0, the lobby, level 3, electrical station, and level 8, cave system. But as I said, there will be a spawn or lobby at the world named world, but my friend decided to make it in its local world, so we're gonna close the server and go to percent app data, percent, next to point Minecraft, then saves, and there is it. You just have to copy it and move to the server. Delete the actual word named word and now rename it to the new one. Then we start the console and that's all. We finished this phase. Let's go to the next one. Alright, it's now part for the functionality of everything. So before that I'm gonna say that this part is gonna have more cuts but less edition for the video because this is the source part of everything that makes the modality work as I said, and you need to see this everything step by step if you want to replicate it, because one thing can send tons of errors for the console. So let's just start this part. First of all, we know that we have the worlds installed in the server, but doesn't have any settings for these things, for example, buying roads. So how can we solve that? In your case, maybe you won't use binds as your spawn want to do. This can be everything, but now as it's my spawn, I'm gonna just solve it and show you other things that we're gonna use with this plugin that will solve this, which is World War. This link is linked in the description, of course. This will solve it and other things that we're gonna use on the server. So let's go to the files of this. Do not download the latest file. We're gonna use this version 7.0.5 because other versions will not work in 1.16.5. So let's download this file and wait for it. Remember, do not download other files that it's not 7.0.5, except you're doing other version for your server. So now let's get to the downloads folder and you'll see that it's here. Let's go to plugins and let's move it to it. So now we're gonna just restart the server. Let's stop it. All right, and now let's start it again. It would take a while, but it's not gonna take too much. Remember what I said, just don't download other files. Be careful with that. Just forward it. I don't think that you're gonna do that thing for other plugins. Now that it's on, let's go to the server. Into it. Now you'll find that already, it's it's already loaded. Now, how can we solve this thing? Because I could this start to growing again. So for this we use region flags. As you can see, the region is global. It's not just a region of here to here, for example, because it means everything, just every part of the world, for all the world. But even if you change to other word, the flags will change. We'll see it later. But for now, we need to set some things. First, the bind route. This is in the page 4, if I remember. No, in the page 3. And here in bind route, let's set this to Denny. And we see bind is not growing anymore. We solved that problem. But this is not every all the configuration. Of course, players will try to break or place blocks. So to fix that, we just need to go to the first page and click here to Denny and Denny, but you find that you can't. Instead of other kind of flags, you can set Denny this through this menu of the chat. You need to use a specific command. So for that, we're gonna use region space flags. Where flag, not flags, flag. Know the region, which is global, and now we set the flag we're going to block. For example, block break. And we just do then, or we can set the load or then this. Now let's do the same with place. And that's it. No players who try to place or break blocks here won't, because you already said that, and they won't break or place any blocks. They can still interact with things, but not that. You can set everything that you want the configuration. See, I recommend you to see everything. But for now, we're gonna use essential flags, which are PvP. Of course, we don't want players to die. Here it's other ones in page 4. Very important, invincible. We don't want players to die in the spawn. Fall damage 2 is the same. We don't want they to die. Natural health regime. This is gonna live here. The point is we don't lose health. So let's just do allow this. Just leave it here. And natural hunger drain means that the hunger will drain. And so let's just click Denny. So that's it. That's everything. Just that. Nothing should be not there's nothing more that should make yourself or players get problems. So now let's do this with other words, which is only let's go to multiverse teleport level 0. Let's do the same here. Flags, flags, sorry, flags. Let's set PvP Denny. Bind road, in this case, we don't need it because there's no binds. Let's use invincible, I sorry, invincible, fall damage. Wait, no, invincible allow, then fall damage, natural Henry gain allow, and then it is. We're gonna fix that in the other word later. And now these ones, Earth flag, global, block break, then it, and change place to. Okay, that's right. Now MB multiverse TP level 3, and we do the same. Let's first then it is and break. And now Archive flags. Let's go to PvP. No, here Justice needed this two. Invincible allow, fall damage falls, natural hair regain allow, and falls the heal regain. Now finally the level 8. Again, TP level 8. No archive. No do the same. Block place any. Block break then. And archive flags. Let's just do the PvP Denny. Here, allow Denny. Wait, I'm sorry. No, that's it. We finished the first part of everything. Let's just fix the word one. I think I put invincible false. Let's see. Let's see it. And yes, I set it to false. Now let's allow it. So that's it. Now we have the words protected, and the players cannot break or place everything and won't die because we're gonna set something for that. You're gonna see it later. Now, how exactly the players teleport to the words? For that, we're gonna use another plugin, which is gonna use maybe for the interfaces, which is command panels. Command panels can make UIs, or panels if you want to say that. So we're going to download it, the latest version. You don't have to care. Command panels is a pro thing. So now we have it. Let's let's just do it. Do the same plugins, command panels. Let's put it here. Okay. Now restart the server. Let's stop this. And finally reload. This will take a while. So remember you can use, in this case, the latest. You don't need to to focus too much, but we're gonna use this wiki. It's the wiki of command panels for Rocky. Now we need to load, and it should be done. Let's go. As you can see, we have the command panel commands. So first, how do we do the panel? Let's first set the bases. I'm going to be creative and just find a chest and put here the icons for the levels. So for the first level, I'm gonna use a striped oak log. For the second level is the electrical station. So something as bricks will be good. Just for the eighth, we're gonna use a stone. It's which represents the level. This you can edit this as you want, but I would just gonna go with that. So now we're gonna use CP generate, which is command panels generate mode, and you right click this, and it's created. As you can see, it's panel one. So now it's created here in plugins, command panels, panel one, and it's here. Everything that we put here. So the empty black stained glass plane is just an empty item, which means that if there's an iron slot like this, just we'll put this item in. We will use it. So let's just change this to gray because it's more for me. Now we can see in panel one CP, which means the command of command panel one. No, it's as we said it. The empty item fills everything and the icons that we set, but it's in its base name, so we're gonna change that. So for the name, we're gonna set, for example, level. This is a code color, which is green, like green. Let's just put here the lobby, level 0. Now here, electrical station, electrical station, level 3. Now, cave system, level 8. And for here, this is the title, the name of the panel, which is this. Of course, it's not gonna be generated, so generated panel one. So we just put for now, by now levels, not only that. So default is the permissions. That means if you want to put it as permission default, everyone can open this. And penny one means the name, the code, the ID of the panel. So, because if we use this, we can just move this. But we're gonna save this file and do it again to show you one. As you can see, it's updated. We just save it, and we didn't have to reload the the plugin. It's because be careful with that because because command panel has an auto reload mode, which is a good thing. It's a pro thing. But when you change this to, for example, levels, I want the UI call it levels. So you need to use CPR. Okay, no CP, and you will see that levels is now the panel instead of panel one. So that's it. That's the first thing to make the panel. But now, how we teleport the players to the worlds? That's an important thing. Let's just break this because it's not any more important. So for that, we're gonna use another plugin, which is called random command. This plugin is for 1.19, but we're gonna use it for 1.16.5 because it's possible, and I tried it, so trust me, it's gonna be useful. We can use the latest one, so let's download. So what it makes, it's just create a list of commands and just teleport, or wait, use whatever you want, whatever command you want, with some changes. You can set it in the config. So will help us because, as you know, in Apeirophobia, it's not the same spawn of the world when you spawn in the first level, in the level 0. But you'll find that you'll find that the command panels doesn't have that feature of changes. I already asked on support, and they didn't did that. They they said me that there's not a feature like that. So let's just start the server. I already added the plugin to the plugins one, as you can. Let's just wait to it to charge. And as I was saying, just remember that we're just using this for this case of the level because we want not a specific spawn for the first level, which is level 0. Now it's loaded. Let's do this. And now we're gonna just see that random command is already function. So how do we use that? For first, we have to know instead to create the list of random commands, we have to know how we are going to teleport the player. As I said, they use commands to teleport the player, but what command are we going to use? So let's go to let's I will explain right now before going. If I teleport myself, for example, to the center, as you can see, I'm getting teleported, but how do we teleport the player to other worlds? Even if I go to level 0 and I teleport to 0, this will only work if I'm in the first in this level. In the level which I am, it doesn't work in other levels. So for that we're gonna use this command. We're gonna use execute. No, we do in the level or the work we want to do it, which is Minecraft level 0. The word is called like that. And let's just do it run and type the same TP, for example myself, and do 0.5 100 0.5. And the rotation it's not necessary, but if you want to add it, where is the player looking, you can add it. There's no problem. So as you can see, I got teleported to the level 1, so we're going to use that command. But after all, we need to know how's the config working. So let's go to plugins. Now let's go to random command and config. So we can see we have this. It's very simple. Let's just leave this in use percent true. This is going to change at least this. Let's change to this and this. Why? Because better instead of this, we're gonna use it. As you know, in here we have this column. I don't know if that's how it says, and I don't really know too much English. But let's just say that we don't have to use this character, so we're gonna change it to this. And now let's going to put this in true if you are going to use placeholders of placeholder API. It's a thing. All right, let's just create the list name. I'm gonna use, for example, level 0, and set some commands. The commands we know. For this is two of this. This all is related of the tutorial of this. Random command has its tutorial. You can see it. In the example one, in the example two is what we're gonna use. The name and the list of of the chances. If you don't set any chance, it's gonna be automatic. But we are going to set chances for just for this case. So now let's go first. Whatever we want. Let's say let's find where do we want to place our spots to spawn. So first, why not here? Let's go here. We do, for example, here. No, let's take the with F3 the coordinates. We do the same as we know. Execute. But this is going to be, for example, minus 30, minus 31.5 and 78 point, no, wait, that's not 78, it's 79.0. So now we're going to the same place, but if you know, I want them to look at that. So we're going to use to move to add 99, 90, 90 grades of rotation. And now it's completed. Now it's looking where I want. So Let's just take this. Of course, if you change the rotation, you just need to add in grades, 180 or more, as you want it. All right, you have to test it for yourself. Now we do the same, but in different locations. Let's just find another locations that we want. As you see, there's a room. I'm gonna explain you why is that room later. And here, why not? Let's just do this here. Game mode creative, and take the notes. From this case, it's minus 78.5, 186.5. And the rotation is not necessary, so I'm going to just 0, 0, why not? So I'm going to copy the command and put it here. And one more location, not four. It's too much for the video and we'll make it longer. So let's just find like let's do it right here. Right here, right here. Alright. And as we can know, it's 39 and 12, minus 12.5. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's just copy the command and place it here. So now, before we reload the config, let's set the values for everyone. Since in R3 you used 32, 33, and 33, just to set the percent, all right, the percent of this. Now save the config file, and we'll do a rc reload, which means random command reload, and should be already done. Let's try it. rc, it means the how it works. We just set rc the list name, which we set as level 0, and the name of the player who is going to. Oh, I forgot about that, because if we just do that, it's not gonna work for everyone. It's just gonna work for me. So instead of name of Eternia, we're going, which is my nickname. Let's just put name. This is the placeholder for the player who is running, or we say the running thing. Name. No, let's save, and re and random command reload. No, it works. rc the list name, which is level 0, and Ethereum, which is going to be aleatory. So as you can see, it teleports me to random locations. It's perfect for what we're going to use. So as we remember, we were using this. Let's close now the config file. We need this levels. The panel. This is for command panels. So we're gonna use the Rocky Hawk wiki, which is from command panels. We just go to commands. I already said in executed commands. It's how do we add commands to the config file. In this case, this is the straight log. We're gonna use here commands. We paste here. The console, we move, of course, here. And console means that it's going to send a console command. CP player name, it's a placeholder of what command what player is going to send. This is the player who opens the GUI of the panels, as you want to say it. So for that, we're going to send, when the player clicks this, we just do rc, the console should do rc, the list, which is level 0, and the player name, which is going to be Eterlia, because it's well, it's my nickname. So let's just reload the command panel, and let's try it. Just here. Let's go to MBT Multiverse TP level 0. I'm sorry, work. Let's go to a lobby. And let's do the command panel. Command panel levels. All right, let's try it. Now we are here. All right, now we want to do the same with the other levels. It's not so much, but instead of doing this, for the next levels are just going to be an static one. For the other levels, just one location. So I just showed you this because maybe you will want to do to do random spot locations. So if you want to do that, you can use that. So now we're going to level 3. I'm sorry, level UTP level 3. And now we want to set the spawn here. So it's not really a problem. We just do commands. Commands, let's type this, execute run in, I'm sorry, execute in Minecraft level 3, 0 points, I'm sorry, run TP 0, 0.0, 0, 0.5, 100, 0, 0.5, and 0, 0, which is the rotation. I forgot the area or my name to 0, 0. Yeah, it is. So as this works, we doesn't need to make a list of a random command. We just have to place it here. Let's just delete this. And instead, this we copy the placeholder, of course, and replace it of your nickname. And we do the same with the next level, MUTP level 8. So I'm gonna just take my my things, do the same commands, and console. Let's do here, execute in Minecraft level. We're gonna change that. We're gonna change exactly the level, of course, level 8. So we're doing the spawn on 0.5, but is 98. So 98 and 0, 0, just this. Why not? So everyone should work. Let's try it. So 906. Command panel reload, and let's do command panel levels to try it. So it works, as you can see. You can teleport to any world at any moment do you want. So that's the first part. Know how the players are gonna open that panel if we don't want it through commands. Or we can set a command and a specific command for this, but in my case we're not going to use that. As you saw on Word on the lobby, there's a portal, so I want to use it. For that, I want the player that when comes here, the panel is open. And only when you enter the region, not when you leave or if you are in this region. So for that, we're gonna use an usable plugin, which is conditional events by by Ahnef. Really useful. So we're gonna just download the latest because it's for every version. It's a really useful plugin. We're gonna use it for too much things, even for exits and others. So now we have to put it here in plugin section. We just put it and stop the console. Stop the console. Okay, that's everything. Now let's restart it. That's it. Now while we wait this to start, I'm gonna say that we have to another wiki. This is the wiki for Ahnef, additional levels, which is linked in the description too. So for now, what are we going to use? This is going to create a config file, of course, for the events that we want. So we're gonna just search in this in plugin events. Okay, just follow me if you don't want to use more than I use. It's this exactly. World region center. But as we know, or if you see, we need an exactly link of another plugin. Which now that I see, I'm going to stop the server again. It's already loaded conditional events, but we need to this to work. We need this one. So let's go here. I have to the link this link it on the description too. Let's just download. Of course. Oh, thanks to God that it's just for 1.16. Not every plugin it's for the recent versions or the some versions. Just this is lucky. I already tested all of this. Doesn't have to be a problem. I'm just going to see if there's not for specific versions. I hope it's not because I you see that the download file have 1.80 18 Wait, it doesn't. It doesn't means everything. Well, yeah, it doesn't seems to be a really problem. So let's just put it in the plugins right here. Okay, that's all. And start the plugin. And start the server and just wait a second. No, as we finish that, as I was saying, we're gonna use this. This is an example of a condition of an event. I'm sorry. Just we're gonna replace example for the name that we want. For example, I don't know, level and portal. Just as we are gonna use the portal and create another worldwide event region, which is useful. You may ask why I'm not using, for example, the region, the worldwide region command, which is a command that you can set for when you use when you enter to to a region. But I prefer using conditional events and right now because we're going to use it more in the future. You'll see it. So what do we do first? Let's do this bar slash slash one. We select this and this. We selected the region. So let's create the region with region define. Let's name the region. It will be portal. Oh, I see, I see. I have you'll see this warning because in server properties you need to change that the spawn region to 0. That's a thing. We're gonna just save it. We're just gonna change it right now. It's in. Let's find this. The name. It's pretty hard to find these things. Maximum height, permission level, versus packs, people rate limit. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Spawn rotation with change. I don't remember if it's 0 or we'll just set 0. Don't leave it blank. So we'll change it later. I hope it doesn't matter too much. So now we stay in this region specifically. We need to we need to use this, alright? We need to set use the conditional events. Let's see if it's loaded. Conditional events. Yes, it's loaded. So now let's go to plugins config of course conditional events. Let's go to config. First for config, because there's some events and you don't really need it. So let's just delete it. C reload, conditional events reload. All right, that's it. Now let's go to, we can close this and close this. Close this too. Let's go to events and more events. You can change the name or add more files with different names. It doesn't matter. In this case, I'm going to use the name of the event. I'm going to use, for example, portal, as we say, and the type of event. In this case, is plugins events, and it says is like this. This is an example. We need to use this, the type for this, and we change and replace it. So now, what is the condition? The condition will be the region we are going to enter. So this means region equals the region that we enter. If it's not portal, as we said, it's not going to activate this command or these actions. The default will be for actions, for example, this. I'm just going to see the actions that we can take. What we want is this console message and the command. Oh wait, console command. This is. Let's go here. We change this and we put this. Wait, it's here, like this. All right. Now we just change this. Leave the placeholder, of course, to use it. Now for this thing, we use command panel levels and the player generally. Just we do this, so it will open the for the player if you want. S- So we do this command panel levels, and instead of my nickname, of course, you just leave the placeholder. Let's save this and let's do C reload. So it has to be loaded. So if we go here, as you see, the panel is automatically set, so we can just go to the lobby, and that's all. We already do that. MUTP word, and we can go to every level. Of course, you can edit too much as you want to make this as something like you can only unlock it when you go through any level, the first level, the second, and the third to unlock it. I'll do that, but not now, just to show you how this works. And if you just close the UI, you can just leave the region. But if you enter the region, it will open the panel. So now, what do we do right now? As we know, we have some exits. In this case, we're gonna use conditional events too for the exits. I have a bit of them. As we can see, there's one. So for that, we're just going to use this. There's one. I want this hole to be the one one exit. So we close and we do region define. We're gonna create a region and use the same as this to teleport the player when it comes to this region. So we're gonna use region define and we use exit one. Let's do, for example, level 0, exit 1. And now is this. Alright, this is the region level 0, exit 1. So to make it work, we're gonna just gonna use another one, another event. We can do it here or in another file if you want it. It doesn't really matter. Let's do here. And now let's change the name. Let's just say level 0 exit 1 as normal. And since it's the same, we just need to change portal to level 0, exit 1. And the action, of course, is gonna be execute in level 3, run, TP, the nickname, and 0.0, 100, 0.5, and 00. Now we copy this and we play it. We put it here. Wait, no, just here. But we change the my nickname to player, player percent, which is the placeholder of this plugin. So that's the first exit. Where's the other one? But before that, let's just try it. I forgot. Let's just save this and see load. So if I fall here, I just completed the level. See? I just got teleported to the next one. So MTP worked. MT. Let's go to the first to the level 1, level 0. I'm sorry. Just to find the other exits. So other exits can be here. I remember made one here. In this case, it's another kind of interaction. There's another one. Let's do this first, which is the same. Let's do this. So if you do this as the same, and we define this region as the second exit. So RG define level 0, exit 2. And now we just copy this, and we change just this, and this, and do the same. So if we enter to this region, this will send us to the next level, to the level 3. So that's the second one. We're gonna just finish with the third one here. All right. Now this is another kind of event because it's not a region event. It's just an interacting one. So for that we're gonna change our things. All right. Let's change it. And it's basically here in player events or block events. Block interact is just the first one, and as an example, let's let's do that. Now we paste this one. I'm sorry, two. Now that I'm going to see if it's the same. It's the same. Now we put el, the name of the event. I'm gonna just put that as I can see. Oh my god, it's that. Know that. Uno, dos, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two spaces, one, two spaces, one, two spaces. The same for all. I'm sorry if you need to do this. I'm just doing this. So now you can see the conditions. There's already some variables, which is x, I, and theta. So for this, we're gonna just take the coordinates, which is minus, the x is minus 98, 98, 95, 100, 100, and minus 99. So it will be everything. This is the block if you want to specify which block is. And the block word. This is important, of course. We're gonna use set level 3 as the level 0 as the word. And the interaction type is right click. That's what we want. And teleport to this one. So I remember some problems with this when I was configuring the game, the modality. For this, we're going to set this. We're going to try with serial load. First, we're going to reload the plugin, but now we're going to use cdebug to see what's the event taking. Let's use this dirt. As you can see, it it makes if it's the same block, it's just searching the correct variables for everything. And let's just do it here. As you can see, it's checking for X. And for some reason, X is just here. So that should not happen. And here it takes it as 90 as 96. So let's just move it to 96. There's no problem with that. Just serial. And now it it just do the same but with this. So let's add one block here and just save this, serial. And now I'm getting teleported. So MTP level 0, emote spectator. Let's go back to that part. If it's here, this is a problem with a really big map. Let's go to the holes part. It's here. But we'll see something really that has a problem. It leaves the door open. So for that we just need to do this thing. Let's find if it's cancel event true. Which makes the door won't open even if you do it. Cancel event true. Well, for this case that doesn't work this, we're just we're just gonna use the or options marked in the wiki, which is right here. See that we can use the same command, start with this as a condition and use or to compare. So we're gonna use plus the same. In this case, as I did it already, you just used or and place the variable and equals to 101 on the block that we want. Of course, this means the height. And don't do this. Just as I did, or don't wanna work. It's not gonna work if you do that. So now let's reload the plugin. Reload and should work. Let's go. As you see, I'm now here. I don't need any more the debug mode. Let's stop this. Now let's go to MTP level 0 to see if the door is closed. If it's closed, it's working, everything good. Because we don't want the door opened, and as you can see, it's closed now. So it will be everything for this time. So before we start with the next plugin, it's now needed to know need, that we need to do this with the next levels. So let's go to level 3 and do the same. It's just game mode spectator. And all this time, the exit that my friend Gabriela set for this map, it's here. So as it's the same, we'll just do that. Let's go with L0, but instead of L0, we're gonna set level 3. This is just the name that I want to put just for organize the process. All right. So let's just do L3 exit 1. Block interact as the same. The world, of course, is level 3. And there's something. Of course, you're gonna go level 8 if you complete it. So let's go to the same. If I remember, is 98. And instead of that, this was 180. And here I click. This is the same. We just need to know which is the door, the coordinates of this door. So let's take this minus 74.5. Where's 74? 85 and minus 23. Let's just copy this. We use it here. 74, 23, and 88 or 86. Oh wait, we're not going to use it for now. We're going to test first. As you know, it sometimes add you a block one. So C reload. I saved. Let's use save the book. L3 exit. And it's not working because this is not 75. So let's go 75. C reload. X is not 75. I'm sorry. C reload. Now it's not working because it's not 23. It worked for 85, but not for minus 23. So let's change it to 3 to minus 24. And let's try it. Or zero load. Zero load. Wait, it works. Now let's go to level 3 to see everything, if everything is it's okay. Of course, we need to close the door. Be more creative. And this shouldn't work, so now that we know it's okay, we just do or block G equals to 86, which is one block up above for 85. And that should be the most thing. See reload, and now we are here. Now for the 8 level, as you know, in Apeirophobia, it's used a portal, array portal, which is conveniently the same color as the nether portal, so we're going to use that. But for this exit, we're going to use a worldwide region event instead. I don't want the players just enter this. Before they do that, I want this as this region as the exit. Alright, so we're gonna use. I'm sorry, we are. I'm gonna stop debugging this. That's it. Now let's take this first position, second position, and just for peace, RG region define flags. I'm sorry. RG define. This case we can set portal 3. No, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do this at level 3, level 8, exit, exit 2, exit 1. And that should be all. I'm gonna just copy, well, I'm not gonna copy it. Here's an exit, LC exit. We used the same thing, basically. Exit 1, but instead exit level 1 or level 0, we just do L8, level 8. The region, of course, as we said, is level 8, exit 1. And the console command should be run TP, but instead of level 3, we use world, which is the lobby. World, run, TP, player, and this is default. I said that as that. It's okay. And that should be everything. It's we do this. C reload. C reload. And now, what happened? Word. Oh, wait. Execute. In. Oh, of course. Alright, I forgot that even even if your word is called word, in here, in execute, it's not word, it's overword. So we're gonna just change this as overword. And should be everything good. Should be just let's reload and try again. All right, now it's everything good. I'm just gonna stop debugging this, and it's now constructor. It's everything constructed as well. As you can see, we finished the war, so the player can actually leave them without any problems. That's good. So now that we just made the exits, we need something more. As you can see at level 0, or you saw it before, I have some pits, some holes, kind of pitfalls right at the corner of this. So I want to make a death, the first death of this process of configuration. But how are we going to do this? Let's just say this. If the player gets into this region, I want them to send to another room, right? I'm just going to do the room right in the center of this. For example, this here, and here should be here. It's better for optimizing reasons. So I already did it here. It's a little but easy room with black concrete, and it's just that the point is that you teleport here if you fall here for 1 second with a sound that makes obviously that you have broken legs and you died. So for that we're going to set with World another region over here, just at this part. We don't need to select everything, just to this, because if they just get over this line, they are going to get the teleported. So let's just create a region, define. For this case, I'm going to use death one. And now this is the death one. So I have here the the configuration for the conditional event, which is wait. We're gonna use wait, play sound here, and nothing more. Just console command, which is not anything bad. So let's go to the config. Let's just copy this one. Why not? Here, and it's it. Let's level 0 and the other one. So it's again region event as the type. The region will be level 0, that one, that one. And the console command will be depending of what we want. So for now, we're going to search some plugins, play in some music. I decided before that it will be great that for broken legs or broken body, you should maybe use this, which is entity wider wider break block. Let's just hear it. at my point, add balloon, anything, and pitch 2. This is too fast. 1, it's good. What about 1.5? That's too much. Just leave at 1. So how do we do that here? Instead of pasting everything that, there's actually a place on here that I say to you where you're gonna use that. As we see is the sound, the volume, and the pitch. So let's put it here before we get teleported. We just don't need digits. 0, 1. This is the pitch. So 1. And the volume, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, and it's very too much. Here we're gonna put entity, everything in caps, in captions. Remember, we don't use points here. We used don't dash or whatever its meaning. Entity where break block. Let's see, break block, and should be it. Should be that. I'm just gonna to delete this. I'm just gonna copy, and let's try it. See reload. As you see, if I enter to this part, it makes the sound. So now we teleport the player to the room to make the illusion that it's its view it's just all black. Let's go with teleport. Again, I think execute in level. This is not necessary now, but I'm execute in Minecraft level. It's not necessary and run. You can just do TP instead, but I'm just gonna do it to be safe of any kind of error. So we TP the player in, but now we're going to TP it to this part, exactly this. Oh, I don't see it too much. More creative. Let's see it. All right, it works. So let's find the point, the exactly point of this 0.676 and 18.2.5 and 0, 0. All right, that's it. That's the coordinates of this place. Game mode spectator. And now we put it here. And now let's reload the plugin. Let's go. Let's try it. See it? You can add a title with your dead if you want. Whatever your creativity your creative 3D say. For now, we're gonna use wait. Why? Because it's like a dead screen, not just teleporting exactly at that moment. So I'm just going wait 1 second. This is wait for ticks, but we're going to use 4 seconds. So here we just put wait 1, and then the next comments, which going to be the same as 1. It's a teleporting one, and we'll send the player overward to the main one, to the lobby, which is 0.5, 100, the coordinates. I just remember, in your case it's different, of course. And now let's try it. Game mode spectator. I have be careful with this part. Alright. See reload. Let's try it. It should be teleporting me to the world now. See? Now I'm here. Now it seems like a death. So this is completed. Now let's try it with everything that we need in level 3. Let's go right now. Level 3. In this case, there's no way to that. I think that even this part, which is a real fall, the player should not have to die. So for this, I'm going to put another examples of how can the player die in this case, which is the water here. You can you can drown yourself. So let me investigate a few moments because I need to get everything ready for the video right now. No, I'm back. I just finished editing, but I promise that I investigated. So now we're going to do this event. When the player has certain remaining air, for example, if the bubbles, if there's no bubbles of air, and the player is just teleported to the same room as you know is just black concrete and nothing more. But we don't have any variables at least for that. For example, we so for that we're going to use another plugin that reads how much bubble of airs does the player have. So for that we're going to use placeholder API, which is essential, of course, for every server. We're just going to download it and place it in the plugins folder. Again, this is only for some variables like this. Just we're going to use that with some events. I'm gonna show you right now. Is wait me a second. I'm just going to place it. That's it. Let's stop it. Stop the server and start it. Well, I already searched it. There's no problem. I'm gonna show you for for the condition. We're using this event, which is a statistic. Basically, when a variable is incremented or decrease itself. So we're gonna use a variable that that reads when equals to 0, for example, of remaining air. Look some actions like teleporting and that thing and move for something. I'm just gonna show you right now, guys. If you didn't understood that. So this is the placeholders. As you can see, this is a wiki of placeholders. It will be linked in the description. I just added it because I noticed that I didn't put it in in the links. So we're just gonna use expansions of placeholder API, which one of them is player. And player here we have one placeholder which is player remaining here. So we're gonna try with that. Now that it's already 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 finished, we will see that placeholder API it's not it's, it's not it's loaded, but it's loaded with its version, with its latest version. There's no problem with that. So right now let's join and try it with statistic. Let's do placeholder API. First, we need to download the expansion, which is player as well, as we see is player. So to download, we just need to do that. So let's do placeholder API. Then we do a cloud download player, and then you should just do pay APA. reload, and that's all. You had the expansion registered. So right now we're gonna test it. Let's do placeholder API, eCloud placeholders player. As we know, it's all the place. I guess plays player max here. There's another ones that we're not gonna use, so we're just gonna do pairs to test me, which means either also the same. And percent, we use the placeholder. Where is it? The placeholder, it's remaining error here. So let's copy it. Player remaining error. It's 300. So it is the value of Minecraft. Let's try it right now here. If we're losing air, we have less air as we see the value just being decreased. But now we want to see how much is when there's, alright, it's 0. We will take the value as 0 if that's end. So right now, let's gonna take this, the example of player statistic. Let's go to the config and let's add something more. 1, 2, another thing. Wait, this not. 1, 2. Oh my, this doesn't want to do it. All right, just let L3 level 3 that one. Now let's do this. Double space, 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 double space. All right, it's now everything okay. Now we're gonna read this. One time through, we're gonna just delete that because we don't want it just one time to be performing this action. So, well, the statistic name is just player remain air. So if it equals to 0, we'll produce these actions. And this is anything more. The value, wait, shall this be, this is for, this is rare. Statistic name. All right, let's try it like this, which is, here we're going to put the variable just for testing. Let's see the value is, for example, 0. We're gonna just not use this. And for here, we're going to use value, which is player remaining air. Okay, let's try this. So here, just gonna send cmd console message, console command, I'm sorry, and say hi, just to test it. All right. So C reload. For this case, we're gonna use the book because I'm not certain how it work. It will work. So let's do it. All right, all right, all right. Wait. So what happened? What happened? That time since rest. You see that my it's changing at last. All right, all right, all right. Stop. This is it. This is too much. This is too much. just just let's do this. Let's try another thing. All right, let's just do this. When player remain air, it equals to 0, then the console should say hi. I think let's try again, right? And Alright, it seems like it will result. Let's see it. So, when my bubbles of air drain it all, shall say hi. Wait. Alright. It worked. It worked. So I'm going just to stop debugging. It worked. So what you need to do is just the same as the first death in level 1. Execute level 1. Teleport, but in level 3. I already made something, okay? I already made a mini RAM here. So I'm gonna take these coordinates. Let's see it. TP Itrola minus 68.5, 96 minus 42.5, and 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, that's a good coordinates. It's perfect. I'm gonna take that. Let's copy it and just place it here. Already is in level 3, so there has to be no problem. So now we need the play sound. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just putting double commas. It's one. I mean, it doesn't matter, but for aesthetic, I really like that. Now the sound. Which sound can we use? I think the entity drowned should help. Let's try someone's. That's too much. Which other ones are that water? Should step swim. I don't see it. What about that? I see it good. So we're gonna use that. Entity drowned ambient water. Alright. So just let's copy this thing. It's all everything that's the same. So entity drowned water ambient. And the same as here. I used 1 million because I like. So that's everything. Should be okay. See reload. See reload. Let's try it. So if I die here, if my bubble of airs get drained to 0, my remaining air drains to 0, I should be in the dead room. Wait, the sound didn't. Alright, I'm just going to play the sound, right? For this moment. So only for that. See reload, immediate TP, level 3. And for this case, just like just see. Wait me a second. In create survival. Let's test it again without with a second of waiting. I just want to know if I probably graded something bad. Something bad. What did I save? Wait, I didn't save. Let's reload. You want speed. MAPP level 3. Let's be better. Let's go through here more easy. Mm.
It's not enough. Wait me a second. Okay, let's try that now. So it should be everything okay. Let's see why the sound is not displayed. The sound is not displayed. That's a problem. Why not? Let's see. Play sound. Entity. Draw on it. And be water. I'm just gonna copy this and see why this doesn't help. Entity. Draw on it. Ambient. Water. Oh, all right. I forgot about water. It's just ambient water first. Ambient water. All right. If I just do this, I do the same, but since since the sound is longer than the first one, I'm just gonna add 1 second more to for the waiting time. Let's try again. See reload. Remote spectator. So let's try again. Remote survival. And this will be everything that we need to do right now. Let's try it right now. And this will be it. Fine. All right. Made that. The only thing that we need to do right now is the same for level 8, which is it's just the same, and I'm not gonna complicate too much in that. Just gonna copy and paste. But L8, that one, player statistic, because there's some pieces here. Let me show you. MUTP, multiverse TP, level 5, level 8. And there's some water, that's what I mean. So for this place, I'm going to just put something here in exactly this position, but over here. Maybe most of people will die here, so I hope here. Right. Wait. So remember, this is a problem. This is actually a problem because the player world needs to be in level 3. Know that I remember. Just just here shall be a variable. Wait me a second. This is important. We need to be the player world. Where's the player world? Player player world. There's not world variables targets. Let's see here. Player events. I remember a variable player world. That is it. Player world shall be here. I'm sorry that I didn't remember this. And shall be level 0, level 3 as the word. Yes, is it? Level 3 shall be the word. So we do the same here. We just add this line and we set level 8 instead. So when it's remaining this air, we change this and where is going to be teleported. So right now let's go and create a black concrete room. So here the position is minus 4.5, 122 to minus 41.5. and 00. So that's it. Now let's copy it and paste it here. Yeah, and shall be the drowning song, and that's everything. Now see reload. Let's try to drown ourselves here. Spectator. You're not stupid. Let's try right now. This takes a moment for the event. Fine, it works too. So that's all for the deaths of the ambient. This is a little detail, and you can be creative with other types of deaths. You only need some creativity and search into the variables, but I'm going to do those only those. So now now I'm going to do one special thing for level 3. As we know, level 0 and level 1, level 0 and level 8, I'm sorry, have have simple simple gameplay. It's just running, exploring, and finally escaping. But in this case, level 3, just for this case and making it more variable for every level, let's just do another mechanic for level 3, which could be doors. As I say, doors like generators. Better to say that this looks like, wait me a minute, just iron bars. I'm just gonna show you iron bars. I'll do some of them, some doors that will be activated. So let's place on here. Let's make this work, these ones activated. So for this, we're going to need this, so of course the door, and one plugin. Do not ignore that. It's nothing that you're not gonna use. We're going to set this just for aesthetic again. And well, it's not in. It's okay with this. And for this thing, we're going to use this plugin. It's called Victors, which is here. Let's move here. It's Victors. There's not much wiki about this. It's just reviews. Let's download this. So this is basically for for doing doors, as I said. And I don't know if it needs something like protocol leave because it's casually needed and at too much things. Mm, let's see. It seems like not. It doesn't need. All right, and then use this. Let's go to the downloads and move it here to the plugins. Let's do it faster just to finish because the video is getting longer. I mean longer. Let's just stop the server. Oh my gosh. Let's stop the server, please. Please let me stop the server. Thanks. And start again. As I said, there's not much cuts. We're gonna use a bit of interaction in World War. This doesn't need so much. It's a very beautiful plugin that I completely recommend to make some some of some doors for your server, any kind of server. As you see the animations, it's pretty cool. But now you're going to see it with our case, which is a particular one. There's four kind of doors that we're going to use that I said specifically. So it's check. Let me see. Let me prove to you how it's work. Okay, right now that's a problem. I'm just going to go to the configuration of big doors plugins. Big doors. Of course, we don't want texture packs. I said that no texture packs is going to be used. So here is the power type of block. I'm gonna say you material blacklist, nothing necessary right now. Destroy list, nothing. Max door count. You don't really need this to move or something. It's just we don't need the everything this we can set to false if needed. But the plane automatically see if you don't have it. So only that. Okay, here I'm sorry. Here let's use false to disable the texture pack. Let's reload Victors. Victors reload. Alright, the configuration has been restarted. So right now, how do we do a new door? Let me tell you. We used Victor's menu and we do new particulars right here. It's the one that we need, which goes up. And we have now to name the door, so I'm going to name it level 3 door 1. Why not? Let's do here and select the corners of the two of the corners. So the particulars is created. And if I do Victor's menu, you see the first door, the door that I created. So let's click it and let's toggle the door. Just to test it. As you can see, it's going to be up and just stop there. So right now, instead of setting it off, we're just gonna close this hole for aesthetic reasons. And here. Okay. Now if we see it, we can do this. We can do this. Toggle door. And that's it. Okay, right now we had that, but now how we open it for the players, we need just a reactive power block that you see in the config. Let's go to the configuration of the door and let's set here relocate power block. Oh wait, I need a gold block. Exactly a gold block. Of course, you can do other blocks if you specificate in the configuration or other things like giving redstone power to this power block. The thing is, this block needs to get reds activation. Doesn't matter if have has any kind of redstone project behind it. Just need this power to get some activation. In this case, we wanna use a stone button for simple this, and we'll see that the port is closed. So let's just press it, and the port is open. That's good. So right now we're going to use, again, we're going to press it just to show some. So what if the player just set it and never pulls it again? So for that, just we can use this BDM again, and here set the door auto close timer. This is in ticks as it says, or seconds if I didn't remember. Yes, in seconds. So we know we need to do set auto close time, Um, it's in seconds, so let's do that's too much. What about 10 seconds? It's okay. So, if the player just press this, and this is open right now, we'll have to wait like 10 seconds. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that was like 10 seconds since I pressed the button, so shall be okay. Now that's completed. That's everything that we need to do. So let's go to do this in another part of this map. Of course, could be very pretty and do it here. So let's start here and make some. All right. Wait, what I'm doing? We don't need it actually. It's first down. All right, three exactly. Enough for us. So right now we do this. Wait, BDM, new particulars, name door, L3, door 2, level 3, door 2. We select the corners. Both of them is breaking, not the second one. You don't need to interact with it like Word Edit. It's not the same. BDM. Now the second, we need to relocate the. We'll set first the auto close door timer. Auto close door timer to 1 minute. And the players could find the power block. What about here? It seems good, but what about here? Oh, this. They have to get here. Oh, I will like it to this part. Mm, soft. Wait, no, I cannot do that. Let's just put some space here. Okay, that's all. Some it's alright. So this is now the recollection power. The people just should be here. And let's press this. BDM and relocate power block. There's not. Oh my gosh. BDM relocate power block. Now is it? So if I just press this, the door should be open. And is it? It came to here. So that's all. For this moment, it's all. We completed the levels. At last, at the point we need to do some enhance the details. Times up creation was aborted. Please try again. Alright, that means that the last command that you remember I just deleted the stick. There's no problem. So right now, let's go into the next part. The next part of this point is how do we run as Apeirophobia. If you know in Apeirophobia you have some stamina, some 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 vitality or speed thing that you drain with the time that you are when you're running. So we're doing the same with a same plugin, which is stamina plugin. Combine it, but yes, is it? And we're gonna just go to this stamina plugin. It's here. Oops, I use here. It's not really known. Have little visits, but it's just exactly for our for us because it's for 1.16. I don't tested it in other versions, but hallelujah, it works in our version. So we're gonna just download it, and again, we're going to pause to the plugins and reload the config, of course. Reload everything. Stop here, and again, we're going to start. Right, so I'm back, but in this case, I just got the video because I just wanted to test it in another server, the plugin, just to find because there's no reload command for this plugin. It's just abandon it right now, but it still works. Trust me. So right now, as you see, this folder is generated. So just not to lose time, we're gonna just stop this again because as I said, there's no reload reload key or something like as I said, um, a reload command. So this is my other config that I just set for you. This is the default config. As you see, there's XP or hunger or no. We'll just display the value in XP because it's more aesthetic instead of hunger. And we're gonna set this max stamina default as I said here 20 50 52. I'm not really interested on calculating how much is 1 point of this. I didn't take too much care, but you can do a simple math for to get that. As we know, the the game of Roblox Apeirophobia has its own values for running and stamina drain. I just calculated an amount by testing, and it's probably 20 seconds while you're running to get really slow. So we are just going to do that, and approximately in base of that we need to set a point of value that makes you drain enough to get 20 to get drained or everything in 20 seconds. And of course jump counts a bit more. Jump gets a bit more drain than running. That is a view on apeirophobia and no issue. But we're just gonna copy that because it's funny for me. So this is a VIP thing of stamina. You can use it. It's cool for VIPs if you want them to have less. I'll just put the same only for testing right now. This is the recovery rate, how much your player recovers when how much point your players recover when you're draining yourself, when it's raining, when it stops to raining, you're just walking and not running. For this value I just put 0.4, and in this case entire rate, how much you lost per tick, I just put 0.02. It's a default, so it hasn't be a problem. So the slowness threshold is the value exactly when you start to be slow. For example, if your 52 points are less than 1.5, you will start having a slow. So the jump depletion value is what I said about jump. You need just a bit more than this. Just leaving it true and 1.0, and that's good enough. So right now we're going to start again the server, and let's try it. Shall be for every every one of the worlds. Let's test it. All right, now it's loaded. Let's go into the server, and for this case, we're just going to test the stamina plugin. Keep it in the video. I promise that there's coming something really good. It's not the part of the entities. This is probably where everything is asking how the entities work. And for this just to finish this thing, as you can see, we can jump, and it's raining a bit, and running drains too. And when you are less than 1.5 points, you have slowness. See? It it gives you some slowness. And that's good. That's everything. It works in all words. Even the lobby, I don't care. I don't take too much care about that. Even because literally the plugin doesn't even take care of of what word you are. It's just make it work. You know. And that's it. We shall get finished with this part. Now let's go to the best part of this and most hardly probably the entities one.
Alright, now it's time for the huge part, because it's the entities part. And this is a bit complicated, so I just prepared my material for this part of the video, but you'll see everything from scratch. I'll do it. There's no problem with that. So right now we're going to download the plugins necessary for this, which are Mythic Mobs in its latest version. Of course, a free version. I would like to use premium version, but no money, so free version right now. And we download its latest. It's the best plugin just for mobs. There's no other way. And leave disguises. But leave disguises again free version because no money. We're going to download it later, not right now. We're gonna first use mythic mobs and show you when we need leave disguises. So we wait to mythic mobs to be installed in our device to move to the plugins folder. And all right, it takes too much. Finally, man, took like a minute. All right, now let's just go to the plugins and place it. We're gonna, of course, restart the server. I'm gonna say that this is not pretty simple. I'm gonna link, of course, these links in the description if you need it. And start again. As I said, this download link will be in the description as the same as Bucket, and everyone of this will see Jenkins too. For some reasons, we're gonna see it later. And we're gonna see the wiki of meet mobs will be very useful for some mechanics, and will be a little bit hard, but not really hard to understand. Easy if you follow me. So let's wait to meet mobs to start. Let's now get into the server. And now we are. As we know, right now we have mythic mobs. Mythic mobs spawn or egg. Mythic mobs spawn. We can spawn these mobs. Of course, they are just pre-made mobs the default by mythic mob, so it's not ours. It's just the default, as I said. So we're going to create one for us. So as you know, the first mob in Apeirophobia is a bacteria, or I don't know, an siren head, but you will find it similar to an Enderman. So we are going to create an Enderman to just think like it's the same. So just for that, let's start with this creation with mythic mobs. First, we're gonna go for the configuration or the folder of mobs in mythic mobs here. Let's go to mobs. And here we have two files: example mobs, vanilla mobs. You can edit these files, and you will you will change the name if you want. So let's just, for other reasons, just copy this, copy, and let's paste this. But we are going to change the name. So it will be entities. All right. So there's all the mobs of example mobs. So we're just going to delete them. And here, as you can see, there's all my material because I will wanna just show you because it will be longer if I'm just searching all the information in the wiki. I already made these mobs, so I wanted to show you how is it do how is it did. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste, and you'll find this entity one means just the name, the ID, and it's important you paste whatever you want. I'm just gonna instead of 0, 0, 0, 1, I'm just gonna put 0, 0. And this is the Enderman. The type is the mob you want to be the boss. In this case, it's important we set the damage to 0. We don't want the mob to kill the player. We just want the Enderman to hit the player but not kill it. So damage to 0. Important. Now the modules tree table. This is important for some mechanics, so leave it there. I would really like to set it to false, but it's not. Some mechanics like on combats, when you enter in combat with a mob, it means when he's targeting you or somebody. Um, it's gonna target you and not other players, even if you are very very away from the mob. He's only going to follow you. I will want to set this false, but it's not possible. If oh well, it's possible, but will some skills will not function. So just leave it. And now it's the options. In this case, the movement speed I will set to 0.20. And prevent teleport, of course, it's an Enderman. It is needed to prevent that the Enderman teleports whatever he wants. Make it invincible, of course. We don't want the players punch and kill the entity. The follow range is where you're in combat with the mobs. So if you're not in this range, he's not gonna he's not gonna target you. And silent, very useful when the mob makes too much sounds. In this case, I don't want the Enderman to make its normal or default natural sounds, so I'm just gonna be through this function. And the spawn, we're gonna make this persistent because this will make the entity never despawn, even if you reload the server. But be careful with server if the server just make a force stop, because book the entity, and you should just try to kill him. S- and that's difficult, really difficult. You only need to the space literally to kill it if you put it in invincible, of course. But well, let's go to other things. Now we have the A goal selectors. The artificial intelligence goal selectors means we clear that normal targets, but we do that it attacks only near the target. All right, and random stroll is to make the entity move whatever it wants. It's just random, as it says. And finally, the I target selectors with uh, which will make that just clear the normal targets and make focus the mob on players. But finally, the most important part is the skills. So the first skills, as you can see, the skill will be running ambient 01. This makes an special connection with other skill in the skills folder. So we need to see it in a moment. But but it's important right now that this is first. We're gonna see the complete thing on there. And here, skills combat ambient 01. It's again another skill in the skills folder. And both of them, it's when you enter in combat with the mob, when the mob targets you specifically. And the command here is just, it's not an skill, it's just a command when it attacks, and will be very useful for this case, because this is everything. As you can see, I already made it before, and we'll using for the jump scares server tutorial. Plus, we'll see it later. But right now, let's see these skills. I already made these skills, but let's see it in configuration. We go to Mythic Mobs. Now we go to skills and example skills. For example, there are some skills of the default mobs, but we're not interested of them. So I'm just gonna copy them and paste. And we're gonna change the name, which could be everything that we want. We're gonna just put skills. And instead of this, I'm just gonna delete everything and focus on this, which is the skill of everything. I'm just gonna search it because I have a lot of them. Wait me a second. This is actually not here. We're This is the running ambient, as you know. This is gonna when someone's enters in combat with a mob, will run this skill, which is this. First, an effect sound. The block conduit ambient. It's like a heart beating. It's this basically. Play sound, Minecraft, ambient block, the point conduit, punto ambient, point ambient. Ambient, myself, the same, max volume, and pitch 2, specifically pitch 2. And if you repeat it, you'll see that it finds relatively near to a heartbeat sound. But I have found some problems in this version. I don't know if there's more versions of Mythic Mobs that solve this. Probably is in premium versions, but we don't have money, so we can do this because there's no way in Mythic Mobs to loop an ability and make it stop when you when you stop being in combat with the user. And of course, that's that's a problem, a real problem. You can stop the sound basically. So there's ways to just solve that. You can kill the user or kill the mob, and or just block the sound in the word that he spawns, but that's not an option. Unless this less respawning the mob will be a bit will have a bit of problems, trust me. So I'm not gonna use this one right now. I'm just gonna use combat ambient because it's really useful. The skills just make a a simple song, which is this effect. These skills of combat ambient, it's two here. So as we are not gonna use running ambient, I'm just gonna delete it. I'm just gonna be combat ambient 01. Now let's go to skills. This is a combat ambient, so when you enter in combat with a mob, this is gonna be run. Effect, sound, and the sound that we want. In this case, we can use points instead of doing everything in captions. And this is the volume, and the pitch. No problems with them. I will use more. And remember that this is literally where it is. This is not for the player. This is for the entity. Instead, it's just play it for everyone in the range of the player of the mob when it's run. So we're gonna just delete this. I think this is just anything just for the moment. We can make more science in decoration, in the decoration part. So what I'm going to do is right now in the skills, when he finds me, he will do this, an effect of sound, and the end, and play this entity gust heard, the sound entity has heard, in a volume infinite and a pitch of 0.1. So we're gonna save this, and this is not gonna work, of course, because I mean it's not it's not like we have set it already. So we're gonna just test with this. We're gonna instead make the boss or the entity give give me the target name, the target UUID. It's not necessary. So give, I don't know. Let's mean an iron ingot and one. Let's try it. So right now, finally we come here and we do every mythic mobs slash mythic mobs reload. And as it's already loaded, we spawn it. Mythic mobs spawn, and we see here the entity 0. We see some things, some relevant things. First, the entity cannot attack us. It's not giving the iron ingot. But at last, at the moment he fight with us, make that sound. So that's a good thing. That's the first part. But we have now to solve that about the iron ingot. So we are going to see it right now.
After a lot of searching, I just found that the problem with generating the command was just basically nothing more than invisible. For some reasons, I didn't receive damage, so I think forward just works like that, and when it hits me, didn't didn't generate that hit. I don't know how to express that, but just basically, if he can't hit me, the attack can be produced, can can just generate, it can be generated. So I just solved that. As you can see, I can receive now the ingots that are here. Just and reload game mode survival. And you can see I'm receiving one because every time the mob attacks will give me one gold ingot. And this is the placeholder here. Just mine it some along this configuration. We saw percentages, brackets, braces like this. And now we see these characters less than and more than. So that's it. Basically, now we can generate commands when when the boss attacks. I just remember you guys that you have to forget about invincible. All right, fall damage is okay, and this is okay, but remove invincible for all the words from all the words. Remove that, and this will work. That should be anything and nothing more. So now we have the boss. We can basically pass right here and find here in mode survival. For example, if I find it, it will just keep following us with that sound, which is what we want. And when attacks us, it just do the command. So what do we do now for this? Of course, it's not finished if it's only the boss. It's only him. But we're going to do by now the jump scare of the mob. So how do we do that? It's pretty simple. As you know, when I'm going to kill it first, kill mobs, kill specifically entity one. As you know, I have a little box over here. So in this case, we're going to play this on one animation with Server Tutorial Plus. This is the box where I do the where I do the jump scare. So basically, here will be a citizen with citizens 2, and you only be teleported with Server Tutorial Plus, making an animation, and then being teleported here and having a sound, and then teleporting back to the spawn, as you know what 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 black concrete boxes are. So yeah, first we need to do that. So for that, we're just going to use to install these plugins. It's just here. Let me leave this guys as we are not going to use it by now. We're just going to download Server Tutorial Plus. Always link it in the description. And Citizens 2. In its last version, and again, it's free. Thanks for Mythic Mobs, lead Disguises, and Citizens 2 for leaving at last a free version. I'm gonna use that. So now we're going to download Citizens 2, and these two are going to move faster to here. In plugins, let's move both to plugins. I'm just waiting them to finish loading. It takes really much. I don't know why, but we can still move. All right, but both of them are unloaded. So let's stop the server and restart it. Once it's loaded, we join the server, and we're gonna just try and test some commands from these two plugins that I use installed. Let's go to create it. and we go to the room that I said you before. In this case, we're going to use citizens. You're gonna see it right now. So let's start with creating the NPC, which is going to make the jump scare. So let's start with NPC create type and Enderman. Let's see what happened. Oh, I forgot just the name. Enderman. But here we can just set a name, whatever you want. I mean, just use, for example, NPC or I don't know, entity 01, 0, entity 0. And here's it. Now we have to make it silent and angry, and of course the name hasn't to be seen. So we're just gonna NPC select the NPC, this NPC. It's already selected. Now we're gonna first to make it silent. We need to use NPC speak. If I wait, no, it's sound and dash n, and it's not gonna talk anymore or say any sound. Now, how do we fix the name to don't see nothing? Just do it this NPC name, and that's all. Now, finally, for this moment, we need just to make it angry, and for that, we're gonna use NPC and Enderman angry. As you can see, it's angry, but we can we can make it better. What about the hands? We can, as you remember, the the Enderman has an animation when it takes a block. So what if it takes a barrier? So we're gonna give us a barrier, and we get a barrier. Now let's just move this to the inventory of the mob, not this one, and NPC equip, and we're gonna place it here. And as you can see, the NPC now has a barrier block. We cannot see it, but it's still having a block. It makes the illusion that it's just grabbing you if you are here. So now, of course, it's not seeing us. So we're gonna type NPC see where. Wait, no, it's not NPC look, and it will look you. See more, look close. As I can see, it doesn't moves really good. I think it's because I need to see it down. Let me see. NPC move. It doesn't rotate this. Let me let me see what's happening here because it shall rotate the head. Well, I'm back. I just tried to create another Enderman and one test because the head rotation is not going on, and I'm not sure about this. I never had this problem, but I think that it's because patch of the build that I'm using right now for citizens, and it can change like every day. So probably depends about that, and should be that. I'm not sure again, but I never had this problem, and right now I don't know how to solve it. But I don't think it's a real problem. It's just a jump scare. So this is not a taste of what you want to see. So as it said, it's only will rotates like this, but not if I am really up or really down, for example. So I'm just gonna remove this NPCs, select NPC, delete, or this pawn. And I don't want this pawn, I just want to remove another test. Alice. Now NPC select, NPC, remove. Now this, NPC select, NPC move. And this is because we're going to move this more strategically. Right now I'm going just to make him angry again because I deactivated it from I deactivated it for testing again. NPC Enderman angry and forgot the barrier. If barrier. Alright. Now the player shall spawn like here, making the illusion that is going to be eaten or something like just like the normal jump scare of Apeirophobia. We're going to replicate that. So what about putting the this man here? I'm just going to take the coordinates, exactly the coordinates I like where it's perfect. So this should be 2, 200, and 0.5. Well, it's not. Or yes, it is, but I forgot point 0. It's not that. Now 0, 0, the rotation it's not the same. What about 900? That's it. Now NPC move. And now it can move wherever I am. But it still be the same for here. Now we create the NPC, which is going to show us. Now we want to teleport the player right here, whatever we want. When specifically when the mob it's going to attack us. When the mob attacks us, and we are going to be teleported here and make an animation. Of course, with a sound and any more things. For that, we're using Server Tutorial Plus, as I said, and it's ironically because the plugin is used mainly for tutorials, like just for completing them, but in this case, we're using it for jump scares. So let's start. How do we create the animation? Let's go server tutorial plus. We can use ver st and create the idea of it. I'm just gonna put jump scare 01. And now if we cannot play this jump scare because we need to add some points. If we do st play server tutorial play and jump scare is 01, there's no points. So what are points? Are just simple simple coordinates where is the player or where the player is going to be. So right now we're going to play a little bit with the coordinates. So in this case we want an effect of being near and far, a bit far, just to make a little bit like like Apeirophobia, but it's not always the same. We can do left and right just to make an animation. It's upon your creativity, but mine is this. So right now, let's start moving us. TP myself 021, 0.1, 0. Wait, no, 1.5, 201, 0.5. So imagine this is the first part, 0, 0. Or this one minus minus 20. All right. Rotation for here. What about minus minus 20? Mm, minus 30 not. What about minus 10? C is better right now. But I don't really want to start right here. What about point 0.6? No, it's too much. What about here? A little bit more should be good. Okay, it doesn't seem that bad. I would prefer this point, which is that I used in my actual server of this game, but as I said, there's it's not possible because the head rotation it's not going down and could be strange. It could be another thing. The players could think another. So just stay like this. At this point, I feel good. Let's try with 1.2. Yeah, it's better. Just here. And not rotation. Well, a bit. Just a bit. 1.5. Perfect. Now, for this, we're going to start creating the first point at point and jump scare 01, which is the ID. Uh, and time it. In this case, we are going to use time it because it's just that. Use time it. If you don't know which which are them, this is checkpoint just to it's where you need to go to a certain area to complete that point. A click block to click a block to complete the point, or doing a command and a specific command to do that point. We're not gonna see them. We're going only to use time it. Note that the first point is already made. We need another ones. Like, what about 6 of them? So right now we need one more near, like this. A little bit more. Bit more. Yeah, that's perfect. And we now just do the same. Time it. We go back again here, and we do time it. We go back up here, and we do time it again. Back again, and we do time it. And that will be the last here. Perfect, perfectly ended. So if we play right now the animation, this will be this. As you can see, there's not anything good in this. It's just because I'm right now using this. Let me explain how we are going to solve that. It's because every interval of any point is 1 for default. We're gonna just solve that with plugins and going exactly to Server Tutorial Plus. All right. First of all, we need to save this. So Server Tutorial save. Just it's important, right? Don't forget about saving. For some reason, that's how it works. Before you're going to die to did any save, you need to first save. So let's go here. Now this is the first animation. The time of play it, the times play it, really not important. The invisible, this is important. So we don't want the players to see it all because everyone it's going just to be in the same position if there's more than one person being playing the jump scare. So let's just set to true invisible. It doesn't need a permission. Block chat. This will useful. And block commands, of course, useful. Very, very useful. This blocks the chats and this blocks any command that anyone wants. And command wine list and rewards, we are not going to use them. There's there's the time, the location, and the type of the points. The time is important. It's the interval who is that is going to be to be to the next to the next point. So we just set two, just to try. All right, let's do this. 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, and for this the same, 1.2. And there's also log player, which means, as you can see, when we are here, we totally finish by falling because it's air. This will solve it. So when you use true, we'll use it true. We'll use true again, true, true, and true. Fine. Now, what's log view? This is again useful because if we are here, we can move the camera, but we can lock that by using just this true. True. So we're setting everything true in the points. You don't have to need any problem right here. But of course, it's not gonna be a good a real good jump scare if there's not no sound. We can use again the the sound that we used on on the first entity, which is if I remember is entity ghost heart. This is what we are gonna use, and I'm going to show you for a moment right now how is the tutorial right now. Let's just reload and play jump scare 01. If you saw that there seems to be a problem with the first part. Wait, it shouldn't be. That's strange. Because if you see the first point, for some reason it just moved you. Well, it's not anymore. Alright, it's solved for a reason. That's kinda weird, but it's okay. It's that the animation. Now that we really want it's the commands. So we're going to see this in a moment. So now I added my last one that I used before on testing here. We're just gonna see that there's the command where I'm just gonna copy. You can copy this too. And this is just this commands one dash space and the command as well. I'm just gonna put the heart sound that I mentioned before, which is block content ambient at pitch 2 and 1 million 1 million of volume. I like that. But I forgot something important on this, which is the set fly. Didn't mention that. If you remember, for a second, I was falling on the dip at every point. So to solve that, we need just to put this set fly to true, which you can change in game. I just forgot to do that. So let's just put this on everyone. And there's that. That's a sound option. Of course, at this point you can only add one sound, but I used commands to add the other one, so there's no problem and shouldn't really be one. So it's the sound entity Enderman scream, but in this case we want the ghost stare. Let's see it. Gast hurt. I'm sorry. Gast hurt. And how do I use it? Gast hurt at the pitch of 0.1, and the volume is it's okay. So we're gonna just save, and again server tutorial reload, and we're gonna play it. Server tutorial plus play jump scare 0 1. It'll work it except just the sound. What happened to the sound? Oh, well, well, of course it's not gonna work if if I just put this word. But I am a little. Why this didn't work? Maybe because that. So we're just gonna put that and reload again. So let's play it again. See it? It worked. So the conduct ambient, and maybe at this point it's not as scary as you think, but it's Minecraft, guys. What can I say? Even that it's not you're not in the ambient right now. You're not just playing the game. We're not just configuration. So this doesn't are a real thing right now. So only left this just moving here. So I'm going to take this point TP Terla minus 2.5 200 0.5 and 0 rotation. Let's take this point and next let's add a new point here. All right, let's do st server tutorial add point jump scare 0 time it. So we added another point which is going to to be 1 second here. And before that, I forgot another point. Wait a second. The last point, which is to just teleport the player. I I show you. There's no problem. So right now shall be another thing. This tutorial saves. I forgot. I need to save the tutorial. Server tutorial save. And now let's see. There's the other ones. So at this point, there should be at least 1 second left for the conduit ambient sound. So at that point, we're just gonna put here 1 second and 0 0 1, just the minimum. Here we want to do it the same. Just gonna do true. There's no need to use set fly because in this part because set fly is we're just in a black concrete box, so we don't need it. But I'm always gonna set it again here. But in this case, we're gonna change the command and move the player, of course, and teleport to the new to the new level. Well, we can do this actually by only doing this. Let's just do this false, set fly false here. And wait, here let's just set word or overword. I don't know who is this going to be taking, but let's say it's this. I remember the location of the spawn of the word. This shall be the rotation. Let's try it. No, server tutorial reload and just st play jump score 1. Right, take too much. And it didn't work. It's not even finishing. Seems like there's a problem. Maybe in the word. We're not going to modify this, alright? Better I just put this where it was and just copy and paste again and 7. Put this in 7. So that's that. I'm just going to put false, 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 0, 1, or 2, whatever, 0, 1, and we're going to get teleported here and just doing the command here. We just need to do this, execute in Minecraft overworld, run, TP. Well, here what we player name. This is the placeholder of this of server tutorial plus player name to 0.5 200 0.5. Wait, not 200, just 100. And now let's try it. All right, we're gonna just put it again. I think server tutorial reload, and let's start that again. So st play jump scare 0, 1. Yep, it worked. So we're going to the lobby, and we can obviously add a message, adding a command here, and whatever you want to make it more beautiful to your server. But that's the first entity that we can do. So now the only problem is, how do we make this when when the mob attacks us? That's what we're going to know right now. Let's go right here. And for example, we're not going to use tutorial save right now. As you remember, this is the command that I remember you guys. This GIF target name, it's the same. We just do this server tutorial or just st, but as you want. Tutorial play, mm, the the animation or tutorial ID, and who is gonna be play with that. It means who who are you gonna make play, which is the target name. Of course, it's the target of the mod who is attacking. So let's try it. I'm going just to save it. Save. And reload. Mythic mobs reload. Spawn. And NDT1. Let's try. And means it attacks. It does the thing. And it works. So basically it's that. You can edit that as you want. I just put an example of how you can do it without texture packs or mods. And now we are going to do a think a bit more difficult, all right? A bit more difficult, which is the skin stealer. It's basically the same as you see in Apeirophobia. Not the same when I talk in the mechanic of seeing it to stop him, but yes, at the point it can steal your skin. So let's see it right now in the moment. So now it's the moment to create the skin sealer, which is a real mob from the cave system that it's a bit confusing. So we cannot make, as I said, the the mechanic in mythic mobs, at least now I'm not that experienced. I cannot make that the mob just stop following us when I see it. I try it for too long and didn't find an answer. If you can, like, be pleasure of if you can share with me that code. But I'm just gonna show you how to make the the entity just grab your skin when it kills you, and of course again the animation for the jump scare. So what do we need now? Now, first, of course, creating the mob in mythic mobs. I'm just going to do it here at entities, and let's just say that over here we have entity 02. I mean, it can be everything that you want type. In this case, we're not going to use an Enderman. The most thing near to a player is zombie, so I'm just going to use a zombie, which I'm going to use a disguise. We cannot actually use the player or NPC with. We just need to use a mob. um, it's required full. We cannot do player instead, so we just set zombie. And damage again 0. Models, as you know, it needs to be triad table. I'm sorry, triad tree table. True. Options, since it's a zombie, need other kind of options. I just have here my 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 help configuration here. I'm just gonna copy it there and show you how it works. So the option is movement speed. It's just how much speed it has to move. If it's invincible, of course it's true. It has to be invincible. The follow range is it's less than the first. We're going the silent. Yes, it's conveniently because the skin stealer of Apeirophobia is just silent and does not any sound. So we now prevent the sunburn because it's a zombie. We need to take care of that. And the spawn persistent as the same. The I'll go selectors, clear and melee attack, and random straw. And for I target selectors, clear and players. So the skills is simple. The skills is skin still 10, skin still 10, and trigger on attack. Again is another skill which should be this. I'm going just to add here. This is the thing that I'm going to show you better. I later. I'm just going to take this, save it skins here. So other than that, we need to use right now the plugins of the Minecraft server. Wait me a second. Let's go to Mythic Mobs. And mobs. Wait, not mobs, no. Skills. And skills here. We're going just to add the other one here. It's just, where is it? We're just going to copy and explain you what is it. It's a skin till 10. So the skills is simple. A command during the jump scare, the delay. No, there's one delay. No, we play a sound, which is the entity with a break block. As you remember, we used it in the pitfalls, but we're gonna use it for the mob, instead. And the point of this is because the skin stealer technically breaks your skin. It's better as a sound, just for details, for the player, that it sounds for everyone that he's basically stealing your skin. That's the point. And as caster, It's just for the just details for the mob to execute the command correctly. And the disguise. This is a really important thing. I tried with other placeholders and didn't work. So it's essential that you use this placeholder exactly. Trigger name, trigger point name, player, trigger name, which is the person who is going to be attacked. It's not now target. Don't try with target. It won't work. But with trigger name will work. And set name visible to false. It's important that. So right now we have to modify this by just creating the skin. I mean, I can save this right now, and there's no server tutorial for this. We can just spawn this right now. And in reload, we're just going to spawn, and mobs spawn, and entity 2. So it's a zombie, as we know. We're just going to use in survival. Let me. I'm gonna make hell kill me. Oh, so remember, he's not going to do anything because we don't have lift disguises. So finally, we're going to use it. So I have here the plugin. You maybe saw it before, and we're just going to use this. This one needs protocol lib. Finally one. Let's just download from here. I'm going always link that in the description that it's against from Jenkins. So the protocol lib here has a problem. It's a 0.55 and 0.0500, and I think that doesn't work in this version. Just I wanna know if it's not the one, so why not protocol lib right now? I'm just gonna search it in the main. Yeah, here. You'll see that the latest the build doesn't work for 1.165 or this. Just need to download here from the speakout page. So just download this and of course sleep disguises. Let's download both, which are going to help us to create disguises and mainly to create the disguise for the skin stealer, which is going to be this one. Is the skin stealer. It's more like it's not like the game of Apeirophobia, but it's at least it's similar, alright? It's similar, just with black eyes. Okay, let's just move these ones to the plugins. We're going to stop, and here we're going moving these ones, and here. Okay, now let's restore the server. We're starting this. And finally, we take care of this here. I'm gonna copy this to show you how can we take the downloads of the how can we just set the skin. It is some important, you can find these skins and download, or for example in a skin name MC or similar page that brings you lots of skins that you will want. You just file in PNG extension with the skins with any name. It really doesn't matter. This just happens something. This is maybe normal at mythic mobs because probably it's not loaded right now the chunks and maybe have those problems, but it's okay. It still works. But sometimes you need to reload it. That's a problem. I just show you right now other things. So let's start with leaf disguises. In this case, we already shall here get the plugins in the plugins. And here in Live Disguises we have this. So what do we do to make this the skin for this guy for this mob? We need to do this. Save the skins. We join on this paragraph. First, I'm going to copy this. Copy. So we go to skins and paste this. Now we go here and put grab skin, and now we have to set the name of the skin. So we're going to just put skin stealer, and here the 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 file, which is skin stealer again, point png, and should be enough. Okay, it's saved. Now that we need to do is this part. As you can see, it's already saved. It should be saved. Let's see it. The skin stealer here, and save it. The skins here. So now we need to save the skin. Save skin. As I remember, it's just the name. The skin stealer again, just for that. And we need to set this on player and skin stealer again. It's totally necessary. Okay, all right. Let's try it. Now it shall be working right now. This player, all right, doesn't think it works. Save it skins. Save it disguises. Oh wait, no. I made it bad. It's save disguise, no save skin. Let's just remove that. Save disguise. Let's put again skin stealer. Here goes player and skin stealer. And that should be all. Let's see it. In saved skins, right here, in saved disguises, there's that's strange, there's not it. But maybe here. Oh wait, no. There's it. So right now we're going to go to entities, and as I put here, we just did just do just do this setting and disguise. Let's let's do it. Wait, it's not this one. Now we set disguise and skin stealer. Before we reload, I'm going to just remove this kill entity 2 and reload. So let's try again. Spawn entity 2. So as you can see now, it's about that. The skin stealer is now here, and there should be no problem. Of course, he's not taking my skin, as you can see here, for the skill. That's because I forgot to remove these RG flags. Again, it's because I set invincible. I need now to go to kill skin stealer. Kill entity 2. Now let's go whenever use the word, for example, multiverse, TP, teleport, word. And be multiverse teleport to level 8. Now let's go back. And game mode spectator. Let's go to that part, which will be here. Creative. And let's spawn it. Spawn entity 2. Let's try again. Survival. this, it take my skin. Every time it kills us, makes the sound and takes my skin. Of course, I don't want him to take my skin again. Please stop. I'm just gonna kill it. And that should be all. It can take any skins that the target is. So it just left the animation for that, which is not very difficult. But if we want to right now to move that name, the display name, as you can see, the name is again that thing. We just need to set something before. I just had to set it before in save disguises. Save these guys. I don't know if can delete these guys. Well, these guys. This is delayed. I cannot do that. I guess I'm lost right now. So I'm going to do. I'm going just to left it for the moment. Just need to do like this guys player. Here just go skin sealer and set visible name visible false. So if you are doing what I did, just replace this thing, all right? Which is right here. I used these guys, save these guys, save save these guys. I made this skin stealer. And just do this. That will prevent the disguise to make to make the display name to be displayed. It's what you need to do right now. I'm not gonna do it right now to don't make the video longer. We need to focus on next things. We just have to block that too. But anyway, now there's another problem. We need to do the jump scare. So for that, that's a real a real problem because players cannot do really exact things as we're gonna use it. This room I made it a little bit of decoration, and there will be the black box, and here will be the this one. So how do we create this? Let's center faster this TP Eterlia 0.5 200 2.5. So this will be the center 0 0 there 90 100 180 grades. And now let's use side essence for this. So MPC create plus name. Let's go to entity 02 type. Let's go with player, and that should be all. The main skin for this. Oh, I just remember to say that the that here there's another command. Let's see if I find this skills of the entity 8. There is a there. I'm going to show you right now let me wait for a second for the jump scare. So I'm back. This is what I wanted to show you to us. This is this is going to be another look another jump scare, which is the 10. I'm going to call it jump scare 10. I just tested it in another server. It's okay with that. So right now I made only one modify to this NPC. You can see it with NPC skin. Set albino Q is what I used for the base of this skin. But we're gonna change that because if you know in Apeirophobia when the skin stealer kills you and steals your skin, the next the next person or the next player which is killed, the player sees an animation with the skin of its friend, of the other player, the first player who was killed. So we're going to do the same with this, and I'm going to show you how. So first, we're going to take some settings like name, NPC name, notebook thanks, NPC look thanks, and for this occasion, we're gonna use a crossbow. All right, let's just put NPC select, NPC skin. I'm sorry, equip, and wait, I need to charge it. All right. So here, this is the this is the only way to see it like this. I mean, you'll not see it using a crossbow. It's really weird. I know, but there's no other way to make this item invisible and making this animation of grabbing something. So that the thing is that it's grabbing our necks. It's the point to make that illusion. Just focus the camera like here and will not be that weird. Just like I don't know, an tool to grab our skins. I don't know, but the point is making the illusion. So right now we need the jump scare. So we use server tutorial, as you know. So server tutorial create the same process as we did jumpscare 10. But in this case, I'm just going to copy an already made one that I tested in another server, which is jumpscare 10. Let me show you guys here. Let's play this. And in this case, it's the same. Invisible true, permission false. It's not any permission. Block chat, block comments. The timing is the same, but there's only one sound. There's no commands, only sounds, which is the wither ambient. It's more like because I don't know what is it. What is the skiller's thing is? What's I don't know. So I think it's more like a soul. So I think wither ambient it's well at pitch 0.8. It's more like a soul. Sounds like that. Thinking a wither, it's more like that. So next to that is yours. It's just the same as the first. Is some here and here and here camera. Wait, it's not like that. It's just the same, but left and right, and minimal left and right to make the illusion. It's just grabbing our skins. And finally, here it's going to be teleported to the black box. And the most important thing here, which is the mechanic that I showed. Since as we are in the box, basically we cannot see this NPC technically unless you're a hacker. So the point of this is that with commands right here, we select this NPC and change its skin. I just remember that I need to NPC select and NPC ID to see what ID is 3. So important here to see the ID of the NPC to change the skin. I just have some troubles with that. And here it's a sound because when the mob kills you, the other players in the map can hear the sound of breaking your skin, but you cannot hear it because you're teleported here and it's like 200, 100 of blocks above. So for here, I just after the animation of grabbing your skin and when you're in the black box is just good enough that we replay the sound of break lock, and that's fine. Next time this is the kill the player, but instead of that we're gonna use this. I don't want the player to be killed. I used to use kill, but it's not a good way. It's better this. It has less dead odds for it. Executing Minecraft and will TP to the lobby. So let's try it right now. Why not? Let's just do server tutorial, reload, and st play jump screen play. And that's it.
And now we finished. Thank you all for seeing the video. All the features that can be shown in my server of this modality are not in this tutorial, but if you like this video, I swear that I'll do a second part including decoration and optimization for this project. Maybe I can do another games that you want me to recreate without any mod or texture pack. Just tell me in the comments. By now, just let me show you a cinematics of my server and the IP address to join it, if you want to try everything by yourself. Goodbye, and thank you all.